Hello children, happy to see you again. I am a teacher Dakshayani handling biology from Bardasnar Metric Higher Secondary School, Arakonam. Children, today we are going to see 9th standard biology chapter 8 5 kingdom classification. In the previous session, what are all the things we discussed children? We discussed about the R.H. Whittaker's 5 kingdom classification. Yes? Can you say what is the first kingdom? Yes, very good. First one is kingdom Monera. Kingdom Monera involves unicellular prokaryotes. And the next one is Protista. Protista includes unicellular eukaryotes. And the third one is fungi, which is multicellular but heterotrophic, right? They depend on the other organisms for their food. And the next one is kingdom Plantae. Kingdom Plantae is multicellular eukaryotes and autotrophic. They depend on the other organisms. They can synthesize their own food. Next one is kingdom Animaliae. Kingdom Animaliae is multicellular eukaryotes, but they are heterotrophic. They depend on the other organisms for their food. So now let us see the detailed explanation of each and every kingdom one by one. So first we are going to see about the Monera, and in this session we are going to cover the Monera and Protista. So let us go into the session. So first we are going to discuss about the kingdom Monera, right? What is Monera children? Monera includes all the unicellular prokaryotes. So kingdom Monera, it includes unicellular. What do you mean by unicellular? Single celled organisms with primitive nucleus. Yes, they do not have the well-defined nucleus. And the organisms involved in kingdom Monera is bacteria and blue-green algae. In short, we can write blue-green algae as BGA. And what is the other name of blue-green algae? Cyanobacteria. Cyanobacteria, right? So next, prokaryote. Prokaryotic, already I told you, prokaryotic means primitive, karyo means nucleus. The organisms with the primitive nucleus, that is they don't have no well-defined nucleus. No well-defined nucleus. They are classified under the Monera. So let us see some examples of Monera. The first one is blue-green algae, right? Blue-green algae, many blue-green algae are there. The example given is Anabaena. Anabaena. And the another example is Mycoplasma. The main difference between the two things, that is the blue-green algae and the Mycoplasma, is that blue-green algae possess cell wall. They possess cell wall, but Mycoplasma, no cell wall, only cell membrane is present. They do not possess the cell wall. The another difference between the blue-green algae and Mycoplasma is that the blue-green algae is autotrophic. What do you mean by autotrophic? They can prepare their own food, right? Next, Mycoplasma. In contrast to this, Mycoplasma is heterotrophic. What do you mean by heterotrophic? They depend on the other organisms for their survival. So the two examples, they are contrast to each other, but they falls in the same kingdom Monera. So next, let us see the two examples. One is the bacteria and another one is Oscillatoria, right? Oscillatoria, you can see the gliding movement. They move up and down like this, the gliding movement. Gliding means sarukudal, we say, right? So now let us see some of the characteristics of it. So in that, the first one, bacteria, right? The kingdom Monera consists of abundant bacteria. More bacteria are involved in the kingdom Monera. And let us see some characteristics of this bacteria, children. Bacteria or unicellular, prokaryotic, and they are microscopic. And they do not possess chlorophyll. So no chlorophyll, and they move from one place to another with the help of their flagellum, right? So this is about the bacterium, which occupies majority of kingdom Monera. And the another example is Oscillatoria. You can see the gliding movement, right? The Oscillatoria secretes some mucilage. So on the mucilage, this Oscillatoria slides, right? They circle, we say. By the secretion of their mucilage, they move from one place to another. And such movement, we can say it as gliding movement. So what are the another two examples, children? Bacteria and Oscillatoria. So now bacteria are classified based on their shapes, right? The spherical shaped bacteria, we say it as coccus, right? For example, Diplococcus, Staphylococcus bacteria are spherical in shape. The rod shaped bacterium, we say it as Bacillus, Lactobacillus, which helps in the curdling of milk, which converts milk into curd, is rod shaped, and the rod shaped bacterium, we say it as Bacillus. And spiral shaped, the spiral shaped bacterium, Spirillum. So based on their shape, we can classify the bacterium as spherical shaped coccus, rod shaped Bacillus, and spiral shaped Spirillum. And bacteria, or they may be solitary or they may be colonial. Solitary means they are single, right? Colonial means they occur in groups. So next we shall see the kingdom Protista, right? And kingdom Protista includes unicellular, it is a single celled organisms, but they are eukaryotes. They possess the true nucleus, that is a well defined nucleus. The organisms involved in kingdom Protista are diatoms, some of the lower algae, and some protozoans like amoeba and paramecium, right? So kingdom Protista includes diatoms, lower algae and protozoans. So now let us see some of the examples of kingdom Protista. The first one is a protozoan. This is a protozoan. What is the name of this organism, children? Yes, very good. Amoeba, right? And amoeba, they possess pseudopodia. What do you mean by pseudopodia? False feet, right? When the prey approaches the amoeba, it moves towards the direction of the prey with the help of this pseudopodia. It is a unicellular eukaryotic organisms. They possess the well-defined nucleus. And the second example for the kingdom Protista is Euglena. Euglena is unicellular eukaryotes. They possess the true nucleus and they move with the help of, they possess two flagellum. One is longer and one is shorter, right? So they move with the help of flagella. And another example for the kingdom Protista is Paramecium. The Paramecium possesses two nucleus, one is a micronucleus and another one is a micronucleus. and the macronucleus, and they move from one place to another with the help of these small projections called cilia. So amoeba moves with the help of pseudopodia, euglena moves with the help of flagella, and paramecium moves with the help of cilia. So now let us recap what are all the things we discussed in this session, children. We discussed about the kingdom Monera or unicellular prokaryotes, and what are all the examples we saw under this Monera, children? Yes, the first one is bacteria, blue-green algae, and mycoplasma. Right? And later we discussed about the kingdom Protista. Protista involves unicellular eukaryotic organisms, and what are all the examples we saw under this Protista, children? Yes, diatoms, and then some protozoans like paramecium and amoeba, and some of the lower algae like chlamydia, this euglena, everything comes under this lower algae. So these are all the things we discussed in this session. So with this session comes to an end, children. In the description, we have attached the study material, assessment and question bank for this lesson. Go through these two kingdoms very well, children, and it will be helpful for your higher classes also. Thank you, children. Have a nice day.